Alrighty. And 3,
Oh,
2.
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
go.
it's 20 minutes, unfortunately.
What the hell is this?
Yeah. he bought the gun attachment for his PS Move. Even remember how he said he hated it so much?
Oh, look at that. In memoriam, John and Howard.
Yeah. Poor guys. See, Phil was the founder of dubstep.
What's going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to a channel update for March 2nd.
Holy shit, he's not doing a channel update while holding the camera.
I got a lot of stuff that's kind of like...
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's nice to see that he upgraded from the Joker's ass to the tank's ass in his kitchen.
Yeah, and there's the Guile statue that he broke and then tried to sell for more.
So, first of all, let's talk about...
Oh, and there's the TF2 stuff.
And there's Duke Nukem's Carpe Nukem.
Assassin's Creed Revelations DLC, The Lost...
The Lost and Damned.
The Lost something or other.
And the brother?
Yeah, it was interesting, it was fun, it was different because it was gameplay of the puzzles that Desmond had experienced when he was inside of the Animus rather than
Oh, I thought he was talking about Grand Theft Auto. Whoops.
Of Assassin's Creed, meaning you weren't one of the assassins running around a city or doing anything. Now, hold on, because I know someone might be going to say, well, Phil, you're wrong, because in that DLC you not only get that puzzle, you know, the puzzle gameplay, but also it unlocks...
What's the update here?
Some abilities.
I don't know. He's announcing what he just finished.
So how's that an update? That's a recap.
A good point.
In the game. Well, the bottom line is...
Here's the update. I'm not going to be playing SSX anymore because it sucks. The end.
But this came out before his last videos.
That's very true. This came out 2 days before.
But I know I already had the Vlad the Impaler dungeon, and I played through it in my Assassin's Creed Revelations playthrough.
How many mugs of King of Hate do you need sitting on your counter?
How many channel updates with the crown do you need? Like, how many channel logos, I mean, with the crown do you need? Wait a minute, he's got his own water bottle.
Yep.
Clay, who's Subject 16, who's been stuck in the Animus.
And he's got his mug right there. I can tell, even though it's turned to the side. I know it anywhere.
Who, since
yeah.
the end of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, was murdered by...
Well, spoiler alert.
Is the whole point of this just to spoil? He doesn't even warn about spoilers in the description. He doesn't even mention Assassin's Creed in the description.
Now, it is important to note that I did not do the final thing in the playthrough, because in order to...
DSP covers numerous topics in this update, including the status of multiple DLCs, the countdown to Mass Effect 3, the status of SSX gameplay, and the current drama going on within the fighting game community.
Holy shit, that's the same one-up hat he's still wearing to this day.
Yeah.
How disgusting is that hat?
He never washed it, I bet.
I'm convinced that it's some kind of brain slug that just congeals on his head and then eventually has to get sucked back into his head to blend in with society.
It's a cool ending, but it's really not necessary, in my opinion, for it to go back and try to find all those artifacts. I missed like maybe 4 or 5 out of the 20 total.
Phil, who cares?
Going back trying to find them all when, you know, it's one simple screen. So if you want to see the secret ending to the DLC, check it out. Other people have done it on...
Wow, really? You're not going to make your own video where you take somebody else's footage and put it on yours?
Yeah. I'm not even going to put in the effort to get to the secret ending. Screw the game.
Damn it, not went away. Don't you hate when that happens?
No, I actually like it when the burp goes away.
There it is again.
Fuck off.
Now, I had announced...
Why would...
I want to say, I do announce things on Twitter from time to time.
It's part of my persona, guys. That's what makes me unique, is I'm a fucking slob.
Yeah, couldn't you hold it in or just breathe it out through your nose?
Or edit it out.
Like, I haven't burped in years because you can just let it out through your nose. It's so simple.
Sure, it's informational, it's cool because you'll know what's coming up, but it's not set in stone.
It's not set in stumps?
Today I woke up...
Did he just say that?
I thought he said stone, in all honesty. It could be my brain just filling it in, because I know what he's trying to say.
I'll have to check in the post.
Listen, chill out. I'm never playing SSX again. It's just that's life, okay? I understand some of you are disappointed, but things are going to change from time to time and shift around. And I apologize for that, but it happens, and it happened today. So in particular... a change that I want to announce, I said that I was going to do the Final Fantasy 13...
Well, that's it for SSX.
I guess so. He didn't like it, so he said he doesn't really like it, and he has to move on to other things, but that doesn't mean he's not going to come back to play it ever again.
I just found this out from a couple of fans who messaged me. The DLC has no actual gameplay. All the DLC is you play as Saz and you're doing card games in the mini games.
That seems like gameplay to me.
Once you beat
Yeah, that's gameplay.
Saz becomes unlocked as a monster.
So-
because remember, in Final Fantasy 13.
So Final Fantasy 13-2 is just cutscenes? That's all it adds? It's just cutscenes, no gameplay?
Must be.
Alright.
That is on your party. Well, Saz becomes the third person. And that's
You
it.
get an extra
It doesn't
person
have
to your
anything
party
with
after playing a
story,
bunch of
it doesn't have any
mini-games.
Gameplay at all. There's no combat gameplay, nothing. It's just you playing cards. So what the fuck? Why would I do that? You know, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So
To get an extra person in your party.
Did I just explain why you'd want to do that?
Everyone's time to
Yeah.
get me playing some fucking shitty card game at the casino in Final Fantasy 13 too. Like, what the fuck?
It's called
were they
Magic the
thinking?
Gathering. What the
Oh,
hell
that's
is
right,
this?
They were thinking shameless cash in, try to make money for absolutely no.
What are they
effort.
cashing in on?
So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm doing that. Okay, it's
Shameless cash in with for almost no effort is what you do.
Now for SSX.
Oh, it's back
here
to
we go.
Some of
SSX.
my honest opinions about SSX.
We just had to talk about Final Fantasy for some reason.
Honestly, being very honest, I don't think it's my cup of tea. I think SSX is the kind of game that there's a certain kind of gamer that would love that game and would replay it. And I'm going to get every trick. I'm going to try to get maximum high scores. I'm going to compete with the people online and try to get the highest score, or you know, certain.
There's also
stage,
people who just play it 'cause it's
time
fun.
run or whatever. For me, I don't know. That kind of game has never really, in particular, appealed to me.
So then why did you even start playing it?
And it is important
'Cause he was
for me to
excited,
branch
because he
out
wanted
and
to
try
try out all
different
kinds of different
You know,
games.
all the games that I tried last year between Madden, FIFA, and NBA 2K12.
Yeah, all that this is how you don't play show how much you love those games too, Phil.
Yes.
You know, so many different. Oh, Catherine as well. So many different styles of games that I've tried that I actually enjoy. It's not
Bullshit.
Every single one, and this is one in particular that really, it's not my cup of tea. It's not really striking a chord with me. Now, I do want to play a little bit more of it. As you know, there is a World Tour mode where you unlock 9 mountains, and you have to beat 9 challenging mountains to complete this mode. I've beaten 4 out of them. I am definitely going to play the game again. More than likely, it'll either be Sunday or Monday, and you know, I'm going to try it. Now, keep in mind, if I'm having a really awful time and I'm just not having fun, then I might not keep playing it. You know what I mean? I don't want to completely suffer through it, and then people are like, wow, this gameplay is shit because Phil's not having fun. Then
Why don't you skip the stage if you really don't like it?
Would that be a rage quit, Phil, if you didn't like it?
Wasn't
Mhm.
feeling it on Wednesday when I was playing that game. I played a little bit of it, or what was it, Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it was Tuesday when I was playing that game.
Who
I played
cares?
some of it, and I was like, you know, I played about 2.5, 3 hours, and I was like, I need to take a break, and I thought I was going to go back to it, and I just didn't feel like going back to it in particular, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, so that's
I'm
why
gonna
the
try
split
again,
happened.
But as of now, it's really not.
You can only play
I
the
don't know,
game for
I'm
2 to 3 hours.
For whatever reason, it's probably me. I'm not liking it for whatever reason.
Wait a minute, is that...
Take a sip.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's any
that's his
fault
Dark
of
Side
games
Phil
or
mug.
anything like that.
Yep.
By the way,
I thought that would say King of Hate,
that means
but it
if I don't-
doesn't.
if I don't
So that
beat
means he has
World
another
Tour,
mug
if I don't
somewhere
try to
else.
online play, I'm not going to review the game. I mean, that would be unfair for me to review a game that I don't try out all the different modes. And going along with that, a lot of people have been asking me to review Syndicate, and the bottom line is I'm not going to, because Syndicate is a game that, from what I've heard, there's lots of co-op campaigns online that you can
So this is
do,
back when he had some
and
sort of integrity
they're
about
actually better
reviewing
than
games without playing every
campaigns,
mode.
and they add to the value of the game. Well, I didn't get a chance to do those. So unless I get a chance to do those, I'm not going to review the game. That's unfair for me to review a game when I haven't played all the game modes, okay?
Why don't you play all the game modes then?
So, what I'd like,
Like,
to
this
talk
problem
about
is very
is kind of
easily
like
solved.
a really epic thing that's happening this week coming up, obviously, and everyone knows pretty much what I'm talking about. The game that's been years in the making, we've been waiting for this. I'm
Grand Theft Auto 4.
extremely psyched for this game. Extremely.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Number 1 on my list of games this year right now is this game. And then, obviously...
Building up the
other
suspense.
games, I'm sure
Persona
that will
5.
pique my interest later in the year. But this is the game I was definitely looking forward to the most this year. Mass Effect 3.
Oh.
Comes out on Tuesday this week. I am so pumped.
I've heard they
hoping
put a
that,
lot of work into
you
the
know,
ending.
because I'm so excited about it that that's going to come through in my playthrough of the game, and it's going to be a really good playthrough.
I heard they finally let you have gay
Mass Effect
relationships.
1 and 2, I've always seen it on my Xbox.
Phil would be one of the people against that, where he would just make fun of it the whole way through.
To Mass Effect 3, and I can't wait to see what they do with things.
Can I
like
just say that I'm really disgusted that people did that?
Will they come
Like,
back? Will they save
I'm not even
Shepard
gay,
and
and it's
kind of
just...
because I spared them in the
yeah.
first game?
What?
What about the choices I made in the last
Oh
game?
well,
I saved
when they
all the
announced you can have
characters.
that, where they're like, oh, you can have a gay relationship in this game. There was this whole debacle about it on social media.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Where
really
people are like,
excited
"That's terrible.
to see
How
what's
dare
gonna
they?"
happen in Mass Effect 3. You know, one thing that I'm actually really interested in is remember.
So
Mass
spoiler
Effect 1,
alert:
you could
Phil's
possibly
character in
have
Mass
Phil
Effect
Rex.
3 has
Well,
been
Rex is apparently a huge part of the
is
story
bi.
of Mass Effect 3.
Oh?
So, if he
So
died in part 1,
I forget
instead of
how the
having
order
the
goes, but
game,
he got with
I'm interested to see
Liara.
that, although I don't have a playthrough
Uh-huh.
of part
He
1
got
when
with
died.
a female,
You know,
and then
Sagan
in Mass
there,
Effect
so I'm
3 he
not
got
sure
with
how
a
they're gonna
guy.
do that out.
Oh, okay, so he did play it.
Yeah,
So he did
very
get a gay
interested to
relationship
play
in one
this
of those. or-
Not by his
I'm gonna give it a
choice, and
shot
yes,
with
he
the
was
Kinect
disgusted
controls,
by it throughout the
the
entire
controls,
thing.
so the Kinect voice command. I now have a little bit better understanding of how they work.
That's
even
perfect.
though, keep in mind
It's like those people who
explaining
complained
how
about
they
the
work
gay
with
relationship in
demo,
Dragon
so I can
Age,
understand how to
where they're like, I
customize
didn't
it.
expect to get into that. And I'm like, really?
Try it with that,
Like,
and
those
if it
people
really
have
fucks up
no
and fails,
skills
then
whatsoever at
it's
recognizing anything, because
that.
the only way to get started into that gay relationship is he invites you to go with him to a special to this like special massage parlor, and going into a private room for a quote unquote special massage.
Right now, I don't even know if my
Huh, is he hitting on me?
If they do, I'm going to be very interested in doing
And
it.
so many people fell for that,
Interested in it. There's a
where they
possibility
didn't
that I
realize that
can.
he was hitting on them.
So we'll see what happens with that. If there is a midnight launch, I'll announce it to everyone, and we'll
Yeah,
see what happens.
wait,
There might be a
so-
midnight launch and some really
I'm trying to figure out how exactly, like, which character he got with the Mass Effect 3. Did he get with the guy who takes care of your
And
equipment?
so what I want to say
Yes,
is
let me
I
look that
mentioned
up,
this in my
since this is
weekly preview
boring
this week, but I wanna
shit.
reiterate it now in a video that everyone
Because-
can watch.
Phil's just recapping stuff we don't care about.
Because the guy who's going through your equipment is mourning over the death of his boyfriend,
Right.
either boyfriend or husband, and you can help him through that. And actually, I thought that was a really good, like, really well done sequence.
And then you're gonna see
And then afterwards, you meet him at a bar when where he's looking at other guys,
You're gonna see some gameplay
and
of that.
it's your choice to hit on him.
I'm hoping I beat Mass Effect 3 by the end of Thursday. I don't see how it could take longer than 3 days
You
to beat it.
see, when I played the
See what
game,
happens, but
I got
my goal is to
there,
beat it
and
by
then I
the end of
was like,
Thursday,
I saw that
and then, of
option,
course,
and I
weekend
chose the
is
option that says, "I wish you the best of luck," and that's where you get up and leave, and like, okay, he's gonna do well from here on out.
the playthrough of Ratchet and Clank all
So it was
last time.
Cortez in Mass Effect
So we're
3.
gonna continue along with
That's the only one I can confirm. And
this
then,
weekend.
according to
And then
TV
the
tropes,
possibility
invoked in
also
Mass Effect
of
3,
feedback.
since his Commander
We may
Shepard
be
has
smaller,
had
but we're not
relationships with
getting
aliens,
played
which I'm
for
guessing
Night
is
Action
Liara.
on Sunday. We may do
Women,
that, but it's
I don't
not
know which women they're
guaranteed.
referring to. That could be
Obviously, we're
either,
spending time together. It's not all about just playing games, so
shit,
we'll see
Miranda,
what happens, but I just kinda wanna
Jack.
put that out there. Don't expect normal kind of
I think
gameplay
that would be
next week.
it.
John Rambo won't be coming over
And then
or
guys,
anything like
Mass
that,
Effect
because
3,
I'm
and that would be
busy.
Cortez.
Yeah. For aliens, there's Liara and Tali, and Garrus.
But you couldn't romance Tali in 1, so it would have
No.
to be...
Project 7
You can romance her in 2 or 3.
really
Yes, but
the
it's
first time
guaranteed
talking
1
about
was the
outside
alien,
of
woman
the
was the
weekend
2.
preview, but
But
So-
actually, you can only romance Tali in 3 if you romance her in 2.
Right.
and it has over
And,
166,000
Garrus was, I
total
think,
views
3 only?
accumulated.
No.
That is
2 and
awesome.
3.
2 and 3, yeah.
Female
It
Shep
actually,
only.
I tracked
Yeah.
it versus how the performance of episode 1 did. It actually
How the
got
hell did we
more
get on this
views
topic?
in a
I mean,
shorter
besides the
amount of
fact that Phil's not
time.
talking about
Episode
shit.
1 didn't get to next week, though, because
I don't know. I'd like to continue this topic because he's still not talking about shit.
accumulate slowly.
It's
Thank you to everyone who's seen it.
one thing I really liked with the Mass Effect games is how I know some guys who went back to the first game and made a female character just so that they could romance Garrus. Or they're like, I'm not gay, but he's just such a great guy.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy.
Yeah.
It's okay to be bi, I'm just saying.
So what this means, and I knew this was going
And I was not one of those people.
We didn't make a promise that we were going to have.
It was pretty great talking to him about it, though.
But what's looking like it's going to happen is if
Here, sit down on this couch and tell me about your feelings. How do you feel about your father?
Garrus, though, was far and away my favorite character in the third game. Like, every sequence with him was just like fantastic.
More on that as it approaches, because obviously we need to film and everything before I can make any promises. But it'll be about a week off, from the once-a-month schedule.
What's he
that we
talking about
set
now?
up for ourselves.
Not a
Simply
clue.
because there's too much stuff
He's
going
talking
on.
about upcoming filming.
I'm taking personal time this weekend. We also have to schedule so that when we can all do it together.
Maybe he's talking about Project 7, where he would rip off his friends.
So
Alright, I'm back.
it's probably going to be coming out that first weekend of April 6th, 7th, and 8th. But more on that as it approaches. But anyway, again,
I want to look up those Mass Effect videos where Phil accidentally got stuck in there.
Sure.
Almost everyone agrees that
Gamespeak
it's better than episode
Gaming.
1, and it seems the people who disagree.
Do you think that the title's gonna be in all caps?
Probably. At least for Mass Effect 3. I'm thinking 1 and 2 would be too far in the past for him to start doing video titles for each one.
Unfortunately, 3 is only like parts, whatever. What are the tags for Mass Effect? I also got to check the tags for SSX.
These same people complain about it in episode 2.
Let's
So you're
see.
never going to please everyone, and we know that. But we're pleased with what we put out. Seems like the majority of people really enjoyed episode 2, especially the increase in the length.
He's got the usual tags, and then video, game, commander, Shepard, Council, Spectre, Reaper, Reapers, Anderson, Liara, Ashley, Williams, Jacob.
Castle?
Council.
Oh, Council. Sorry. Okay.
Why did he have, like, Ashley and James and Liara, but nobody else?
Those are the only companions he remembered. Or used, I guess.
I'm just gonna start guessing with these numbers. Here's one where he looks like he's in the cargo hold, so...
Please continue to spread the word. I know that a lot of people are like, well, people don't understand what the series is.
Just look for a very high like to dislike ratio.
Yeah.
I guarantee you his fans came out in droves like, oh, that was funny.
It looks like people in the comments are talking about the sexuality of the characters. One guy wrote Miranda was straight, Samara, Kelly, and Jack were bi. Kazumi was straight, James is straight.
Okay? Last but not least, one quick thing. I want to quickly address it here, but I am going to do a special video regarding this whole subject.
Oh, great. So then why do we even need this part?
The fighting game community, the status of what's going on
Oh, this
in the
might be
fighting
good.
game community right now.
The fighting game community bit.
And a lot of
You know, the thing I haven't been part of since like 2008.
in particular.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have asked me, what do I think about it? What are my feelings on it? In fact, in particular, because some stuff happened.
Yeah, get the dirt out of your nails. It's really intriguing, Phil. Couldn't you have done this over some video game footage? Like, record the segment, and then slap it over some kind of video game?
Yeah. I think I might have found it. I'm at part 98. There's about 30,000 more views than on any other part, and there's people in the comments going, oh, he's at the bar, and people in the comments are going, Phil is a closet homophobe.
Well, I knew he was a homophobe. That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, there are all of a sudden in the mainstream gaming media, so we're talking Kotaku, we're talking Penny Arcade's, reporting website, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, those people are really well they're really known for their trustworthiness.
Some really bad stuff happened.
It's a really mainstream media. Let me name 2 of them.
Yeah.
Comments that were made, racist comments that were made
By
on
me.
streams on this reality show this week, and then all of a sudden it's coming to light that what a horrible, inclusive, racist, sexist community the fighting game community really is.
Yeah, look at you. You were in part of that community. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not shocked at all.
And all this, sponsors and all kinds of stuff won't sponsor them.
Yes, I know that not everyone in the fighting game community is like that, but, like, seriously, when you look at Phil, who used to be a part of it, I'm not shocked.
Yes.
Heavily involved in the competitive fighting game scene, and I was a major part of that community for a very long time.
And then I was kicked out of it.
Stepped outside of that, and I can see it from an
Yeah, sure,
outside
you
view,
stepped outside of it.
view, without
You
the
still see you
blinders
get
of
raped
being
by
a
things,
fighting
Phil. Like,
player.
I don't get
I
it.
can see it from a more
Yeah,
mainstream
but he was also
perspective of what's
banned
going on
from
and
the
what's
fighting
going
game
on.
like community forums
So I
and all
wanna
that.
address
Was
all
he?
this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
It's kind of like it's something I have to get off my chest because it's something I've wanted
I chose to
say
leave.
about particular things regarding the fighting game community for a while now. But because I've been so busy doing stuff, my own thing on YouTube, it's never really been something that I've jumped on the chance. I think this is the perfect chance to bring some of this stuff out into the forefront. So
you're gonna get that done in a minute? Oh, it's a new video.
Because I have to think a little bit about what I want to
Really?
say. But it might be coming out tonight. If not,
Yep.
look for it soon. And
Wow.
hopefully it'll for everyone, for people. in
Why
the
make
fighting
this
community,
update if you're only going to talk about other stuff
outside
later?
what's going on.
Let me update you on my
There are a lot
updates.
of stuff, okay?
Yeah, that's what that new video
That's it for this
is.
channel update. Hope it was informative.
It
You
wasn't.
guys tomorrow. Remember tomorrow.
You could have uploaded a picture where you said, I'm thinking about playing Mass Effect 3, I just finished playing Assassin's Creed, I'm not really a fan of SSX. There, 20 minutes done.
Day full of content. Be sure to tune in. I'll see you guys then. Thanks a lot.
What?
Yeah, Arena FPS, bro.
But this isn't...
Wow,
Why is
this
that
looks like a
here?
paid advertisement. Oh, it's because it's Machinima.
Did they just add that onto his video for him?
Yeah, it seems that way. Or they told him this is how you gotta end it.
Yeah, yep, I found that Mass Effect video, though.
There you go.
Yeah, and Phil did choose the option. Because the guy said, the guy's at a bar and he's looking around and he's like, oh, it's today what matters, not the past. And then he says, and there's also some nice eye candy too, and he's looking at another guy. And then Phil says, Phil picked the option, I'm eye candy as well. Like, that kind of thing.
It's so like Phil, though, to miss some kind of context sensitive, or not context, but like the cutscene will show something and he just completely ignores it.
Yeah. What's nice is I can watch this on 2x speed.
Like
For some reason, he's still picking the romance options while making fun of it the whole way through. Do you think he was one of those people that was pissed he couldn't romance Edie? Why the hell could she only get with Joker?
Well, it's just like real life where I can't get exactly what I want.
It's like all those people who are pissed off in Dragon Age 2 how you couldn't romance some of the women. What do you mean she's only interested in this other guy?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not making that up. There was a lot of people that were pissed off at that for some reason.
You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl.
There was more people pissed off too that there was technically more gays like pairings than straight pairings.
Fuck off.
It was pretty amazing.
You know, there's sometimes where I question myself and I go, why don't I look at forums more often? And then I remember shit like that.
The BioWare forums are just disgusting for the stuff like that. For some reason, most of those fans are just terrible. And I don't know why. Like, what makes people that bad about it? Because, like, there's some groups, like the Dark Souls community, where they're really elitist. And it's like, okay, I can kind of get that, at least.
Yeah. I don't know. How entitled do you have to be like, oh, I should be able to romance whatever woman I want in the game?
Yeah.
Like, does that work in real life for you, buddy?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna bitch about how the game's not realistic?
Yes. I'm curious where because since he locked himself into the romance, I'm curious, like, when that scene actually happens.
It is right before when they storm, shit, it's been so long since I played Cerberus. It's right before they storm Cerberus's location, so...
Okay, probably around part 113 or so.
Part, like, 4,000.
Yeah. He has 174 videos, actually, so it would probably be a bit later.
Yeah.
142?
Did you see this post by Sammy? It's an old one from March 19th on his forums.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
It's explaining why Phil can do this for another 8 years.
Sure he can. He's a good negotiator.
Yeah, remember how you got a pay cut?
Yes. Patreon is obviously working out.
Games are getting much easier. He has charisma to pull in an audience with his speaking style and animated body language.
He stays DS positive.
He doesn't rely on jump cuts and can make any rant or vlog seem natural. Remember that wholly natural vlog we just watched where he talked about Mass Effect 3 and then Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect 3, SSX, there's something in the middle there, I forgot about it, and then SSX again, and then Fighting Game Community?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the most fluid vlog I've ever seen. He has 3 channels which all bring income. And it doesn't mean that he's not, has a higher expenditure rate.
Yeah.
Panda Lee's business should be picking up this year. Oh, great. So let's rely on your girlfriend to support your ass.
Yeah, she's working full time now, so just to pay him money.
The big detractors are not doing a good enough job. He stays DS positive.
Sure. It's pretty great that in these Mass Effect videos, it's still back when people Phil called people cocksucker.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think you're going to be doing later, Phil? Oh, I think I might have found it at around part 153.
Out of how many parts? 164?
174.
Oh, okay.
Looks like Phil's having trouble actually starting the assault on Cerberus because he doesn't know how.
Wonderful.
It took him 5 minutes to start the mission.
Yay.
Looks like Phil completely forgot that he selected this romance option.
Well, they didn't send him flowers or anything, so he should have just dropped off and died.
He backed out of the sex scene.
You're in it this deep, Phil. Just go all the way.
Yeah, he completely forgot about it, and then when he realized that there was going to be a sex scene, he quickly backed out of it.
Well, he didn't have any Marky Mark pictures to put over it, so he couldn't show it on YouTube.
Ah, gotcha. I love the relationships DSP went through in the Mass Effect series. ME1, Liara. ME2, Miranda. ME3, Steve.
He's an omnisexual, what can I say? He's putting Captain Jack Harkness to the test.
You remember that he didn't like gay stuff, and that's why he backed out of the sex scene? Mm. When you're that far in, why don't you just commit?
Right.
It's like Yahtzee, when he reviewed Dragon Age 2, mentioned that, where he's like, I'm not gay, but the characters were written really well. I didn't even care that I got my guy in a gay relationship.
Why do people feel the need to justify that? Like, I'm not gay, but...
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck cares if you are or aren't?
Yeah.
I'm not gay, by the way.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. That's why I've never asked you about it.
Is that why all that gay advertisements came up on Skype for you early in the year?
I still don't know why those happened. Skype went back to assuming that I'm straight now. And now they assume I need glasses.
It's all right. In another year, they'll assume you like aliens, and they'll be showing you links for that. So,
oh,
you'll just inverse Phil's Mass Effect playthrough.
They'll just start showing like weird Mass Effect porn of the aliens.
They'll start showing you sexy XCOM 2 Snake Woman.
I'm sure we'll get that mod out in about another couple months.
God damn it!
Oh, you didn't like the Sassy Viper mod?
No.
It makes you really depressed that Playable Advent has less than a quarter of the downloads that that Sassy Viper does.
It's like all the mods for Street Fighter V where they replaced the female characters with nude mods. Like, really? Are you that fucking desperate?
Yeah, what's the point? You can't even do anything with a nude mod. Like, it's just, it's eye candy, and that's about it.
Oh shit, I can't jack off and play the game at the same time. How do I do this?
Yeah. You know, there's a thing people used to have called imagination.
I'll have a joystick, and then I'll hold my joystick, and it'll work.
I'm pushing buttons, but they're just my own.
All right.
Let's get
the
S6.
5-minute video here to finish.
S6.
Somehow took 20 minutes to get to.
Yeah. Part 32, final I hate this game. 3. Yeah, ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play.
Fuck, man. This is fucking the dumbest game.